Hi, welcome to Belonger Yoga. I'm Carrie, and thank you for joining me today for today's yoga practice. This flow is going to be a very gentle neck and tension releasing flow. We're really going to be focusing on our shoulders and our neck and just helping to soften them up, loosen them up, kind of help work out any of the kinks and any of the tension that we've created from our day of, our daily living of being bent forward, from being on the computer, from sitting, from all the things that we tend to do. And so that's what today's practice is focused on. So to start with, let's just come into a nice, comfortable seated position on your mat. I'm just sitting atop a blanket, and I like it that way. Just gets my hips up a little bit from the knees. It's all good. If you don't have a blanket, that's okay. But if you can sit on a bolster, a blanket, a block, whatever's comfortable for you, just come into a nice, easy, comfortable position to start with, okay? And if you're comfortable, close down your eyes and let's come into some breath. And we're going to do a variation of Dirga breath, which is 3-part breath. Normally we would breathe into our belly, our ribs, and then our upper chest. But today I really want to focus on breathing into our ribs and our upper chest, that collarbone region, okay? So closing down the eyes, coming into this space, coming into this moment, thanking yourself for showing up for today's practice. I know how hard it is to get on the mat. So be grateful for your own self for being here today. And on the next inhale, let's just breathe into our ribs, expanding through the ribs. And move that breath up into that upper lungs, the collarbone area, creating a little expansion, a little bit of space, and exhaling it back down. Inhaling into the ribs, into that collarbone space. Exhaling it back down. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale into the ribs, into the collarbone. Exhaling it back down. And final round, breathing into the ribs, into the collarbones, and exhaling it back down. And open your eyes. And let's start by doing some neck rolls. So very gently drop your chin to your chest and roll the head, the right ear over to the right shoulder, nice and gentle. And come back through center and over to the right, to the left side. And back through center, over to the right. Back through center, over to the left. Back through center, over to the right. And this time we're going to hold. And you can stay here, or if you'd like it to go a little bit deeper, walk that left hand, those fingertips out a little bit from the body. You're going to get a little deeper stretch into the left side of the neck. And let's hold this for 2 breaths. And let's rotate our head and look down into our right armpit area, right down there. And bring the left hand behind your back this time. And I'll give you a little bit different variation of this stretch. And we're going to hold it for 2 breaths. Release that left hand from behind the back, roll the head through through the center and roll it over to the left side, the left ear towards the left shoulder. And if you'd like to walk that right hand out, those fingertips out to get a little deeper stretch into the right side of the neck. And let's hold it here for 2. And let's rotate that head so that we're looking down towards that armpit and bring the right hand behind your back, and let's hold that for 2 as well. And release the right hand, drop the head back down towards the chin, towards the chest. And let's inhale our head all the way back up. And let's place our hands onto our shoulders, and let's bring our shoulders out nice and wide. And we're going to do some arm circles with our hands on our shoulders. Okay, this will just get a little bit more into our neck region. And let's just go backwards, nice and slow. Just moving those arms, those elbows back. As big or small as feels comfortable for you. Make them bigger, make them smaller, go faster, go slower. What is your body needing today? And let's rotate and let's go back the opposite way. Nice shoulder circles. Getting some movement into the shoulders in all different directions. And let's stop that. Oh, okay. Let's place our hands behind our head. So we're going to come into a variation of cat-cows. And we're placing our hands on the back of our head, not to force or move our head, but really just for guidance, okay? So on the inhale, we're going to spread our elbows nice and wide. Imagine your shoulder blades coming together, almost kissing each other. Expanding through the chest. You can drop the head back a little bit if you'd like to. And then on the exhale, we're going to round the back, round the head, drop the head, and bring those elbows towards each other. They do not need to touch, okay? So let's continue that. Let's inhale and broaden across the chest. And exhale, bring those elbows together, rounding the back. Inhale, open up, and exhale, rounding it, spreading across the backside body. Inhale, and exhale. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, and exhale. Final time, inhale, expanding, broadening across the chest. And exhale, bringing those elbows together. And let's come back up into a neutral seated posture. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. If you're sitting on a blanket block or bolster, go ahead and remove that. And we're going to come into some, what we would call contralateral movements. What this means is we're going to be doing opposition of the way that we're moving. So our neck may be moving one way while our arms and our body are moving the other, okay? This is super juicy, super great for releasing some tension into our neck and shoulder region. So make your way onto your back and have your feet planted on the floor, on the mat, knees bent. You can just barely reach your heels, okay? And this movement is where we are going to inhale our head over towards the left while we are moving our hand to reach towards our right heel. So our right hand reaching towards the right heel, our head rotating to the left. Then we're going to inhale it back through center, and then our head is going to go over to the right while our left hand is moving and reaching towards our left heel. And your upper body will move while you're doing this, okay? but it's super great for just releasing some of that tension in the neck, okay? So come into a neutral posture, and on the inhale, reaching that right hand all the way towards the right heel while we're rotating our head to the left, and exhale it back up, and inhale, head over to the right, the hand reaching towards the left heel, and exhale it back through center, and we're head over to the left, right hand to right heel, back through center, right head to the right, left hand to left heel, and let's continue like this for, I don't know, let's do 3 or 4 more. And you're not trying to put a lot of tension in your head while you're moving, you're just really trying to release some of that tension as you're moving. Remember to breathe. Inhaling over to the side as your hands are reaching. Exhaling through neutral. Inhaling over to the side as your hand is reaching the opposite heel. Exhale up to the center and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 1 more each side. I'm on my head to the right with my left hand reaching towards the left heel. And my head over to the left while my right hand is reaching to the right heel. And back through center. Let's just pause here for a moment. Letting our neck rest. Go ahead and shift your feet and your hips over to the left side of the mat and drop your knees to the right. We're going to be doing a twist variation. So again, still doing some of those contralateral movements in this twist. So we're going to reach our arms out nice and wide to a T. And we are going to, how do we do this? Okay, I have to think about it. So we're going to be looking over our back hand, and on the inhale, we're going to be raising up that back hand. For me, it's the left, and raising the head with it, and dropping everything over to the right, palms touching, and actually extending and reaching just a little bit further than your palms. So your fingers, your left fingers are a little bit deeper than the right hand. And coming back up, inhaling the arm up, the head and the hand drop over to the left, and we're going to inhale back up through center. Exhale the left hand to meet the right, extending the fingertips a little bit long, and inhaling back up through center. Exhaling over to the left, looking out over the left hand, and inhaling through center. Exhale, bring those palms to touch, extend those left fingertips a little bit longer. Inhaling back up through center. Exhaling, looking over to the left, dropping that left hand. And inhaling all the way back up through center. And extend your left fingers over the right palm. And inhale back up and drop over to the left. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhaling the left hand up through center, and exhaling and dropping the hand, extending those fingertips a little bit longer than the palm. And inhale all the way back up through center, and exhale, left hand down to the floor, looking out over the left hand, and let's hold here for a few moments, a couple of breaths. Your right hand, if you want to place it on your knees for a traditional style of twist, you can keep your hands out as a T. Well, you can even cactus arms if you'd like, whatever's feeling comfortable. And let's hold it for 2 more breaths. And go ahead and bring your knees back up through center. Shift your hips over to the right side of the mat. And let's do it over on this side. So we're going to drop the knees over to the right side of the mat. Extend our arms out nice and long, the backs of the hands on the mat. And we're going to be looking over our right hand And on the inhale, bringing the right hand up, your head up through center, and exhaling the head over to the left, the hands to meet, and extending those fingertips a little bit longer than the palm on the mat, right? And then we're going to inhale up through center, and exhale, look over the right hand as we drop the right hand to the mat. Inhale up through center. Exhale over to the left, looking out over the left hand, those fingertips reaching. Inhale back up through center. And exhale, open, looking out over the right hand. And inhale up through center. Exhale over to the left, extending those fingertips, nice juicy stretch. And inhale back up through center. Exhale over to the right, looking out over the right palm. Inhale up. Exhale to the left and reach, reach, reach. And inhale back up. And down over to the right. And last time, let's inhale up through center. Exhale over to the left. Extending those fingertips nice and long. And inhale back up through center. And exhale, hand over to the right. Neck, head, gaze out over the right hand. And we're going to hold here. Again, choose the position of your hands. Do you like them to be in this T? You can do cactus arms. Bring that left hand across the thigh of the right leg if you want a little bit more stretch there as well. And hold for 2. And bring your gaze back up through neutral. Bring your knees up. Let's go ahead and bring our knees together and walk your feet out a little bit, about as wide as the mat. And let's let them hold here for just a moment, neutralizing that spine. Lots of movement, lots of twists here. And let's just breathe here for 2 full rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, make your way up into a seated position. I'm going to go ahead and grab my blanket again. And let's go ahead and close down our eyes. And let's come back into that breathing that we did in the very beginning, okay? We're going to inhale breath into our ribs and up into our collarbones, feeling that expansion across the chest and the collarbones. And exhaling it back down. Inhaling into the ribs, into the collarbones. Exhaling it back down. Inhale into the ribs, up into that upper chest, into the collarbones. Exhale it back down. One more full round. Inhale into the ribs, into the collarbones. Let's go ahead and hold here at the top. Maybe suck in just a little bit more breath. One more little sip. And exhale it back down. And go ahead and open your eyes. And thank you for joining me. Those contralateral movements I actually learned from one of my teachers, Ali Van Fossen. So it's a great way if you're feeling that tension, the stiffness, maybe you woke up a little kink in your neck. It's just a great way to start moving the body and moving the neck and really helping to let go and release all of that tension in there. So yeah, if you liked this video, definitely, like it, share it with someone who might really benefit from it. Subscribe to my channel if you're liking the videos that I'm giving you. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd really love to hear what you're liking, what you're not liking, what you want to see more of. And yeah, check out the rest of my library. I've been uploading some videos every so often, every couple of weeks. I've been getting new videos out there, but I'd love to hear what you want to see from yoga, and what exactly, if you're having tension in your body somewhere, you're looking for some specific movements. I'd love to hear about it. I just want to hear from you guys. So anyways, thank you for joining me here today. I really appreciate it. And thanks here at Belong Yoga. Bye.